wants to start?
Difficult. Could just get your sort of thoughts on the performance first.
Yeah, really difficult night. The energy that we created at half time, you know, I suppose that last 15 minutes or so before half time was really good, and we wanted to try and keep that momentum. Obviously, clearly we didn't. We got ourselves back in the game, in which we're in difficult circumstances. We gifted them a goal. The energy was obviously always going to be tough then going behind in the manner that we did. And then we worked through it, and we were able to come on to a bit of actually a good performance for that short period of time before half time, drag ourselves back into the game. And the boys could feel it. They could feel it. And when I looked in their eyes and spoke to them at half time, they, right, we've got to run with that now. We've got to go with that. And we were able to, the first few, start of the second half, we lost a few duels, a couple of turnovers. But look, ultimately, the big moments were the goals in the game, and the first three goals, for me, I think were gifts, where we had the ball, turnovers, transitions, and got punished.
I think you'll understand that a big part of today has been the fans, wanting to make their voice heard with protests, some of them not coming in for 15 minutes in that game as well, and a bit of the sort of interaction with players during the game. Just get your thoughts on the idea of protesting, but also the impact it might have had on your side.
Look, I understand the frustration totally. I think, Max, you said it's been 6 months since we've last won, so I get it. So I'm not going to sit here and dress it up or anything like that at all. So I understand that side of it. And then, I think I'd love it if they supported the players, but again, I understand the frustration because of the situation, that we're in. So, the players are trying. I can promise that, but there's clearly a lack of confidence and a lack of belief there. Then they're not able to show their best. They're not able to show their best, and that becomes difficult. That does become difficult.
It seems to be difficult for Jorgen as well. You had a couple of words with him. Give us any insight into what.
I just said, look, stay positive and don't react now, because it will hurt him. It will hurt him. He's proud. He's one of the lads that was really speaking before the game. In the huddle in the changing room, and he's really passionate and spoke really well. He's trying. He's trying. And I thought, again, it wasn't that long ago, I thought against Aston Villa, he was brilliant. He really was. And it was a difficult night tonight. So I just told him I said, look, it's difficult now, I know that, but keep your head down.
Just check on Bellegarde.
Yeah, I can't give you anything at the moment. It didn't look good, did it? But I haven't, to be honest, I'm really sorry. I haven't got any detail on that one at the moment. I hope he's okay. He was a positive, wasn't he, as well?
Just that, sorry, on one more on Marshall as well, because he's not spoken to you since his.
Yeah, his calf. So it's weeks. It will be weeks. Don't know how many at the moment, but I think at the moment it's looking at least 6 weeks. I think. Thank you.
Robert, in your previous 3 games, I think the one positive has been that you've been harder to score against.
Yeah.
Can you put your finger on why you kind of took a step back in that regard?
Yeah, I think, the first one was obviously a clear sort of error. The second one, again, was when JJ got injured, so it was a really good moment for us on the attack, and then we lose it, that fast transition. We got things wrong. We didn't track the run of Dallo. We didn't get we just didn't get our organisation right in that fast transition, that moment for the second goal. I'd have to look back at positioning of everyone and Sam as well, because it didn't, the whole sort of unit then didn't look that cohesive. And then the third one, again, I think we won it, lost it about 5 times in the middle of the pitch. I think Agba thought the ref had blown the whistle because he sort of stopped when we won the ball back at one point, when there was a bit of a scramble almost in front of the dugout area where I was. And we gave it back about 3 times in that moment, and we looked like we got ourselves organised again. And it's far too easy for the cross and Mount to run between the space in that moment. So really easy, poor goals and avoidable goals, those first 3.
You went around the ground at the end. It looked from where we were, it looked like you got a bit of a mixed reaction as well from the fans. Was that accurate? And
I don't know. I think.
What did you make of it?
Well, no, I just applaud the fans and obviously showed my appreciation. I know how difficult it is for them at the moment. So, although I said I will always do that, it's been a long time since the club was won. So again, if I was a supporter at the moment, I'd be feeling very frustrated as well.
Yeah, concerned when you see Molineux like that, though, that there's maybe 23 games to go, could be 6 months like that if the performances don't improve?
Don't know, Adam. I hope not. And we've got to try and improve. And we've got to try and find that belief. I understand it's a really difficult moment at the moment at this present time. Right now, when emotions are high, I've got to come out and try and almost be bullish, but at the same time, I'm hurting as well because it was a difficult night and stood there. Then when you're sort of 3-1 down, there's a decent amount of the game to go. You're sort of thinking, right, we want to try and show something to get back in the game here, but we want to get opened up even more because United's strength is obviously that counter attack and the speed of how quickly they can go and hurt you, which they showed a few times. So tough night. I'm only thinking about that right now, not the next 6 months.
Just to follow up what Steve said as well, you mentioned the players, you were asking whether they were scared against Forest. It didn't seem like that tonight, but they seemed really open and chaotic. I was just wondering if that was, you said it was just mistakes, was it a product of you
I think it was,
trying to play more
we wanted to be more aggressive. We feel that, we wanted to show that side of ourselves. With United's shape, it felt like it could be a little bit more of a man-for-man game where we could try and be more aggressive. And I feel like the last 15 minutes was how I wanted the game to look. I felt that we pressed them well, they gave it us back, and we were able to take more of the ball, and we created some chances. But then it was too open on the turnover for a couple of moments. But that wasn't anything actually to do. I've watched them back a few times there, goals 2 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3. That was nothing really to do with being more open. That was just poor play, and we're actually poor in the running and decision making on the transitions. Then once the game got like that, then I feel like there was a little bit of hesitancy in the lads. Whether do I go, do I not? And then there was a few moments there where United could smell blood, and then they could start finding some spaces, and it would look more disorganised than it probably should have done. But I think that was because of the state of the game. I'll repeat myself. I think the first 3 goals we've gifted, and that's then led to probably it looking more disorganised than it should.
Rob, how important is it that you get to the January window with a chance of doing some business? Because obviously, if you're really adrift, it's probably less likely, isn't it?
It could be difficult, but we'll still need to do stuff. So we'll see what situation we're in. We've got some really difficult games coming up as well. So my focus just has to be back onto that as well. But if we could pick up some points and get ourselves a couple of games away, then that might give us a little bit of hope with what we could do. But we need to do some work either way.
Great. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.